Welcome to another one. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a video I ran across. It says my BBL stinks and my boyfriend broke up with me because I was stinking so bad down there. So when I saw this, the first thing I thought was, why would you put this on the internet? And then the second thing I thought is, well, at least other people can learn from this. If you're a woman and you're considering even getting a BBL, stop. Okay, stop. This is obviously not the main reason you shouldn't, but women, it really puts things into perspective. BBLs are a life-threatening surgery. They're actually one of the most life-threatening surgeries to have, but they're also the most unnecessary surgeries to have. So it lets you know how badly these women really hate themselves. And it's crazy because it's typically the typical modern woman feminist who gets a BBL, which is ironic because they always saying how they're trying to decenter men and how saying they don't need a man, yet they doing this lethal, life threatening, you might not wake up from this surgery. But let's watch the video. I'm gonna play the video and break it down in between my thoughts.
I just want to hop on here real quick, clear up some confusion, and answer a few frequently asked questions. When I said all BBLs stink, what I should have said was, if your body rejects the procedure and your scores are not healing, it do have a smell. There's a lot of women in my comments saying, oh, I had a BBL and my BBL don't smell. The fact of the matter is, immediately after procedure, when you're experiencing the drainage do have a smell. So if your body rejects the procedure and it's the constant leaking and unhealed scars, yes, it's going to smell, and that's just facts. And of course, everyone's body is different and everyone's body reacts to the procedure differently. So I was speaking on my experience from my point of view that my body rejected the procedure, and with the constant leakage and drainage, it smelled horrible. You know, even with me covering the scars with,
Tag girl.
different dressings to try to soak up the leakage, with it being constant like that, it gives off a horrible smell. And I also have several women in my inbox sharing their story. Something similar happened to them also. And if they are comfortable with me sharing their story with y'all, I will. I'm just here to tell my story, if that makes any sense. So first, let me say, my boyfriend at the time did not want me to get the procedure done, but I insisted. Me and my sister went to get the procedure done together. And before I got the procedure done, I joined the group on Facebook. It was like a support group. Different women that got it, that's in relationships, just for, to talk about it. So a lot of women in the group was pretty much saying, when you get it, your boyfriend is going to be jealous, so just keep an eye on that. So when he was telling me it was smelly down there, I was going to the group saying, he's saying it's smelly down there. They was basically telling me to ignore him. He's jealous, but he'll eventually come around.
Does that even make any type of sense at all? Why would somebody be jealous if your man didn't even want you to get the surgery in the first place? So you're forcing this thing that he's not even like asking for. Then on top of that, you're doing this out of your own insecurity, which is regardless, you be doing it out of your own insecurity. But you, not only that, are you're going in with your sister. Not only that, your man also tells you after the fact it stink, and then you listen to. That's why I said these women will keep women single. Okay, women will keep women single because instead of you just saying what your man is letting you know, the man who you are actually sleeping with, right? The man who's actually having to sleep with you, not having to, but y'all get intimate with each other, right? but random women on the internet that you probably will never meet, that's who you go and you have, that's who you put your faith in. That's who you follow by, which doesn't even make sense. He's saying it stinks because he's jealous. When she first said that he would be jealous, I'm over here thinking maybe like he'll be jealous of men looking at her or something like that. But him openly telling you that you stink isn't enough of a warning sign and a red flag.
So me and my sister got the procedure done at the same time. So at first, man's was healing up good. It was healing normal. So was my sister's. And I would ask her, is you healing well? She would tell me, yeah. I was healing well maybe the first 6 to 7 weeks. But after that, it's kept on leaking and kept on draining. I was asking my sister how hers was going. She said she was not leaking or draining. Mines would close up, but then like a day or two later, it would start leaking again. So I used to put gauze and dressings on it to
your body was rejecting it
while I may have been outside or out and about. So that's why I had it for a year with the leakage, because there would be points that it would close up or I would think it was closed up fully, but it wasn't. So one day me and my boyfriend was about to do something and he
that didn't hurt.
Like, I cannot take the smell anymore. And he broke up with me and he left. And that was pretty much that. But he was
Wow. So he stuck it out for a year. Sounded like a good man, because, and it's not my business and whatever the case is, but you know, if my recommendation, if you are a man and you're, and for real, we should be striving to be husband and wife for this exact reason, instead of going through all of this back and forth and breaking up. Girl is willing to go, first of all, you willing to go under the knife for something that's unnecessary, that means you're okay with the consequences, which is very likely.
telling me for months. But me listening to the women in a group thinking they knew what they was talking about, it kind of messed everything up for me. It even got to the point I was wearing jeans in the summertime because it was an embarrassment even looking at it. I'm gonna upload the picture right here. So this
What? Why was that? Didn't even. What do you mean? Like, that's why I said, what were you trying? She was trying to be on her hot girl summer. Another reason why it's just not good to do things for vain reasons, it doesn't lead to anything good, and it doesn't have any like foundation or sustainability. Like, it's just wild. But God had put it on me to make a book, Value of Virtue, essentially just going over the things that I had went through and the things that if I had known, I would have avoided so much. Okay, just like this woman is having to find out the hard way about how things go when you choose vanity. And you know, not to say that she isn't doing a good thing by sharing her story, because apparently this is a big thing in the BBL community, but it's trying to be kept hush hush because they don't want people to know this about BBLs. But I also have another book called Melanated and Expecting. It has over a few hundred pages of value of things that I would have known before becoming a mother. But your temple is God's temple, and if you treat it as such, then you will get so much peace. But back to the video. Okay, that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to be out here with the cheeks hanging out. She was trying to do all of that. So essentially, that's what happened. Okay, her man, and he stuck it out. I mean, he really seemed like a good man, because they weren't married, but that brings its own issues, because even through that whole situation, and that was what I was about to say before I got sidetracked right quick. Basically, if you got a girl who is willing to, and who am I? I'm just saying based off of what I see, what's going on spiritually. If you have a girl and you're telling her, yo, do not go for the surgery, one, she does not care. Okay, she does not care about you. I don't care what nobody say. I can't. That's not caring. I go based off of action. If I tell you multiple times, I'm just saying, if your girl is going in and you telling her, first of all, she not listening to you, because it's like, what do you like? why is it not connecting? You should not be going to get this surgery in the first place. But not only that, your man is telling you not to and you still go. Red flag number one. Honestly, in my opinion, that's like, and people can change, but if you are, vetting somebody as far as like, you're dating and stuff like that, and you're trying to get to know somebody, and you're trying to get to have a feel for what they, what they are about. These are the questions and these are the conversations that you need to have. And yet another reason why waiting for marriage can benefit you so much, because get to know the person. Sleeping with someone and not even really knowing could create so many different distractions and deter from certain things. This is something that you should vet your girl for, to see if y'all are compatible, because there are women that are deep into their vanity. For example, there are women, C-sections are on a high rise. Why? Not because there's some type of medical issue going on. Yeah, the doctors are getting paid and they get incentives to do these C-sections, but women now are just lining up to do them. They want that inducement. They want to just have the baby be taken out of them without damaging their innards, if you know what I mean. It's a vain way to go about childbirth, just because you don't want to rip yourself. But that's what's going on here. Pick up your Bible. I recommend the Bible King James Version. It has the truth in it. Yeah, there are other books out there that are being discovered that the Most High has let us be able to see. But the Bible is an excellent start, and there are so many mind-blowing revelations. But also, to create that relationship with the Most High, repent. Okay, a lot of people need Jesus. This woman, she needs Jesus, and he's here and readily like accepting you, willing to accept you, especially you just survived a life-threatening surgery like that. There must be getting some type of chance to be able to make right the wrongs that you have done. And she said she had to remove the BBL. I mean, as you should, because at the end of the day, are you going to risk your life to look a certain type of way? Like, and a lot of these BBLs don't even be like looking all right. And I wouldn't even guess that she really had a BBL. That really says a lot, because I'm not like an expert of who has a BBL or not, but it is what it is. But value your virtue, okay? Value your God-given virtues and seek the Most High. Be blessed.